Have you ever felt stuck chasing after things that don't bring lasting happiness? Do you find yourself constantly wanting more, only to feel unsatisfied when you get it? If so, you're not alone. Many of us get caught in a cycle of dreams and desires that leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. But there's good news: you can break free from this cycle and find true contentment. In this video, we'll explore why we get trapped in endless wanting, how to recognize the signs, and practical steps to create a more fulfilling life. Let's start by looking at the trap of endless wanting. It's human nature to have desires and dreams, but in today's world, we're bombarded with messages telling us we need more to be happy. Social media, advertising, and societal pressure all contribute to a sense that what we have is never enough. We see others with bigger houses, fancier cars, or more exciting vacations, and we think that's the key to happiness. But here's the catch: even when we get what we want, the satisfaction is often short-lived. We quickly adjust to our new reality and start wanting something else. It's like being on a treadmill that never stops. This constant pursuit can have serious consequences. It leads to stress, anxiety, and burnout as we push ourselves to achieve more and more. We might neglect important relationships or our own well-being in the process. The irony is that in chasing what we think will make us happy, we often sacrifice the things that truly bring joy and meaning to our lives. To break free from this cycle, we need to understand where our desires come from. Many of our wants are shaped by external influences rather than our true needs or values. We might desire a certain lifestyle because it's what society deems successful, or we might chase a particular goal because we think it will earn us respect or admiration. By examining our motivations, we can start to distinguish between authentic desires that align with our values and those that are driven by external pressures. Recognizing when we're stuck in the cycle of wanting and getting is crucial. Some signs include feeling constantly dissatisfied with what you have, comparing yourself to others frequently, and experiencing anxiety or stress about achieving your next goal. You might notice that you're always looking forward to the next purchase or achievement, rather than enjoying the present moment. If you find yourself unable to appreciate your current circumstances because you're too focused on what's next, it's a clear indicator that you're caught in the cycle. Breaking free starts with cultivating contentment. This doesn't mean giving up on goals or growth, but rather finding joy and satisfaction in what you already have. Practicing gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your perspective. Take time each day to acknowledge the good things in your life, no matter how small. This simple act can dramatically change how you view your circumstances and reduce the urge to constantly seek more. It's also important to redefine what success and happiness mean to you. Society often equates success with material wealth or status, but true fulfillment often comes from less tangible sources. Consider what brings you genuine joy and a sense of purpose. Is it spending time with loved ones? Pursuing a passion? Contributing to your community? By focusing on these aspects of life, you can find a deeper, more lasting sense of satisfaction. Mindfulness is another valuable practice for breaking the cycle of desires. By learning to observe your thoughts and impulses without immediately acting on them, you can create space between wanting something and pursuing it. This pause allows you to evaluate whether a desire aligns with your values and long-term happiness. Meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking a moment to check in with yourself before making decisions can all help develop this skill. As you work on breaking free from the cycle, it's important to create a new path forward. This involves setting goals that are truly meaningful to you, rather than ones you think you should have. Ask yourself what you want your life to look like in 5 or 10 years, not in terms of possessions or achievements, but in terms of how you want to feel and what kind of person you want to be. Use these reflections to guide your choices and priorities. Letting go of unnecessary desires can be incredibly freeing. It doesn't mean you stop caring about anything, but rather that you focus your energy on what truly matters. This might involve simplifying your life by decluttering your physical space, saying no to commitments that don't align with your values, or spending less time on social media if it fuels unhealthy comparisons. As you release the need for constant acquisition or achievement, you may find a sense of peace and contentment you didn't know was possible. Cultivating inner peace is essential for long-term fulfillment. This involves developing a strong sense of self-awareness and self-acceptance. Spend time getting to know yourself, your values, your strengths, your fears, and your authentic desires. Journal, meditate, or engage in activities that help you connect with your inner self. The more grounded you are in who you are, the less likely you'll be swayed by external pressures or fleeting desires. Living with purpose is the ultimate goal in breaking free from the cycle of dreams and desires. This means aligning your actions with your values and using your energy for positive change. Consider how you can contribute to the world in a way that feels meaningful to you. This could be through your work, volunteering, creative pursuits, or how you treat others in your daily life. When you're focused on making a positive impact, you're less likely to get caught up in trivial wants or comparisons. It's important to remember that breaking free from the cycle of dreams and desires is a process, not a one-time event. You may find yourself slipping back into old patterns at times, and that's okay. The key is to be patient with yourself and keep returning to the practices that help you stay grounded and content. One powerful way to maintain your focus is to surround yourself with people who share similar values. Seek out friends, mentors, or communities that support your journey towards contentment and purposeful living. These connections can provide encouragement, accountability, and new perspectives when you need them. Another helpful strategy is to regularly reflect on your progress and growth. Set aside time periodically to assess how you're feeling and whether your actions are aligned with your values. Celebrate the moments when you choose contentment over endless wanting, and learn from the times when you struggle. This ongoing self-reflection helps reinforce your commitment to breaking free from the cycle. As you continue on this path, you may notice changes in various aspects of your life. Your relationships might deepen as you focus more on meaningful connections rather than impressing others. Your work life could improve as you pursue goals that truly matter to you rather than chasing external markers of success. Your overall well-being might increase as you experience less stress and more satisfaction with your life as it is. It's also worth considering how breaking free from the cycle of dreams and desires can impact your financial health. When you're no longer driven by constant wanting, you may find yourself making wiser financial decisions. You might save more, spend more mindfully, or invest in experiences that bring lasting joy rather than temporary thrills. Developing a growth mindset can be incredibly helpful in this journey. Instead of viewing contentment as a fixed state to achieve, see it as a skill you can continuously improve. Each time you notice yourself getting caught in the cycle of wanting, treat it as an opportunity to practice your new approach. Over time, you'll become more adept at recognizing and redirecting these patterns. It's also important to address any underlying issues that might be driving your cycle of desires. Sometimes, constant wanting can be a way of avoiding deeper emotional issues or insecurities. If you find that your desires are rooted in a need for validation, a fear of missing out, or other emotional challenges, consider seeking support from a therapist or counselor. Working through these underlying issues can make it much easier to break free from the cycle. As you progress in your journey, you might find yourself naturally inspiring others around you. Without even trying, your changed perspective and increased contentment can have a ripple effect on your friends, family, and colleagues. By living in a way that prioritizes genuine fulfillment over endless acquisition, you model an alternative path that others might be drawn to follow. Remember that breaking free from the cycle of dreams and desires doesn't mean giving up on growth or improvement. The key difference is that your goals and efforts will be rooted in authentic values and a desire for meaningful progress, rather than a never-ending chase for more. You can still set ambitious goals and work hard to achieve them, but you'll do so from a place of self-acceptance and contentment rather than lack or insecurity. It's also worth exploring how your relationship with time might change as you break free from the cycle. When you're constantly chasing the next thing, it's easy to always be living in the future, missing out on the present moment. As you learn to find contentment in the here and now, you may find yourself more fully engaged in your daily life, appreciating the small moments that you might have previously overlooked. Practicing patience is crucial in this process. In a world that often demands instant gratification, learning to wait and to trust in the unfolding of your life can be challenging but rewarding. This patience applies not only to external circumstances but also to your own growth. Be kind to yourself as you work on breaking old habits and developing new ones. As you continue on this path, you might find that your definition of success evolves. Instead of measuring your worth by your possessions or achievements, you might start to value qualities like kindness, wisdom, or the positive impact you have on others. This shift can lead to a more fulfilling and sustainable sense of self-worth. It's important to maintain balance as you work on breaking free from the cycle of dreams and desires. While it's great to cultivate contentment, it's also okay to have goals and to want to improve your life. The key is to approach these desires from a place of self-acceptance rather than lack. Ask yourself if pursuing a particular goal will add genuine value to your life or if it's just another item in the endless cycle of wanting. Consider how breaking free from this cycle might affect your creativity and problem-solving skills. When you're not constantly chasing after the next thing, you might find that your mind is clearer and more open to innovative ideas. You might approach challenges with more patience and perspective, leading to better solutions. It's also worth exploring how your sense of identity might shift as you break free from the cycle of dreams and desires. Many people define themselves by their goals or possessions. As you learn to find contentment independent of these external factors, you may discover a more stable and authentic sense of self. Remember that breaking free from the cycle doesn't mean you'll never feel desire or disappointment again. These are natural human experiences. The difference is that you'll be able to observe these feelings without being controlled by them. You'll have the tools to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. As you progress, you might find that your priorities shift. Things that once seemed incredibly important might lose their appeal, while you develop a greater appreciation for aspects of life you previously overlooked. This natural evolution of your values and interests is a sign of growth and increased self-awareness. It's also important to consider how breaking free from the cycle of dreams and desires can impact your resilience. When your sense of well-being isn't tied to external circumstances or achievements, you become better equipped to handle life's inevitable ups and downs. You develop an inner stability that can weather disappointments and setbacks. As you continue on this journey, remember that it's not about reaching a perfect state of contentment. It's about developing a new relationship with your desires and a new approach to finding fulfillment. There will still be challenges and moments of struggle, but you'll have the tools and perspective to navigate them more effectively. In conclusion, breaking free from the cycle of dreams and desires is a powerful way to create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. By understanding the nature of our wants, cultivating contentment, redefining success, and living with purpose, we can escape the trap of endless wanting and find true satisfaction. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and keep moving forward. The freedom and peace you'll find on the other side are worth the effort. As we wrap up, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are there areas where you feel caught in the cycle of wanting and getting? What small step could you take today to start breaking free? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights might just help someone else on their journey. Thank you for watching, and here's to a life of genuine fulfillment and contentment.